turtles coming out of his.
I've spoken in groups and small groups and whatever so many times about the fact that I was disappointed in my life, in who I had become, disappointed and felt I hadn't gotten traction in any of the things I wanted to get traction in. On the second day of this retreat, and then I moved here, and it only got worse. By 8 months after I got here, it was just continual crisis and weakness. And then through the pillar programs, something began to shift. And the second day of this 9-day, a message came through during meditation, and it said, "Oh, he'll be just fine once he gets over his fear of failure." And I had thought about myself from 100 different angles, but I never had that particular angle, fear of failure. So I thought, well, that's a good one. Okay, so there's something very definite that I can get over. And the way it was said, it was almost like those movies where you see the Greek gods looking down on the humans and they're saying things. It was like, he can do it, or he's doing it. And for me, this silent retreat was not silent at all, because I was on the team that was doing it, and for a lot of you too. So it's text messages and things getting out. With Julie, I worked on this graduate program, and we had big comedy of errors to work through, and there's deadlines, and I was functioning. I was very happy picking up people with rides. I was very happy functioning. The silence was, I had some nice moments of meditation, but it was very secondary to the event of functioning, enjoying the people I was functioning with, even though, couldn't speak. And I feel I had an emotional relationship to everyone here throughout this, even though we didn't speak. And so for me, I feel not the last, but some of the big veils that have kept me down on the farm my whole life are thinning. And that's a very exciting feeling. It's a very good feeling. There was a quote that I always liked from Walt Whitman, the American poet. He said, "Henceforth I ask not good fortune. I myself am good fortune." And I always liked that quote, but every time I look at it, I was kind of like, well, he can say that, but that's why you love a Walt Whitman, because he's Walt Whitman and you're, Robert Steff's. Yeah. So henceforth I ask not good fortune. I myself am good fortune. And I feel like all this lifetime of, to me, disappointment has been, my spiritual rudder has been doing well and bringing me to where I am now. And I look forward to that continuing. And I went to so many retreats and that I was just depressed at. And so the last thing I think of in terms of that person, and I would suggest that to anyone here, is what Satri says, which is be willing and stay in the boat. Be willing and stay in the boat.